Welcome to Industry RSVP In-Depth on the Virtual Channel Network. I'm your host, Melissa Tan, and today we're very pleased to introduce well-respected talent manager and author, Brad Lemack. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. A build-up like that, you know, the pressure is on, so I will do my best. It's nice to meet you, Melissa.
Thank you. Thanks for spending some time with us so we can get to know you.
Happy to.
So, on Industry RSVP In-Depth, we always start out with a few icebreaker questions. So here's our question for you today.
I'm nervous now.
Well, we'll see how you handle this.
All right,
okay.
Go ahead.
If you could only eat one food every day for a week, what would that be?
Green M&Ms.
Really?
Green peanut M&Ms.
Very specific.
Very.
What is your favorite hobby?
I love to travel, actually. I love to travel. And it's my hobby in traveling isn't to go to museums and things, which I think culturally it's really important that we need to see how other people live and experience kind of the world as they see it. But for me, my hobby is going to strange places, going to the mall, sitting in the food court, getting some coffee, and just watching humanity pass by, speaking in languages that I don't know, but just to watch. I love observing situations. I love observing behavior. It's kind of like when I wrote The Business of Acting, and I was so curious to know what the actor's experience was like that I went underground as an actor so I could go on auditions and sit in the waiting rooms and just, like I do on my travels, I just sit and observe and watch what's going on. It was really quite...
Oh, that's wonderful.
I loved it. So I guess it's a little voyeuristic.
So what we'd like to know now is a little bit more about your background. You've been a well-respected manager and author now. Can you take us to the start of your career in the entertainment industry?
Sure. I don't know what well-respected means. I think that means that there's not a lot of blogs where people say a whole lot of negative stuff. But thank you for saying that. I have a passion for this business, and I think that's my motivation. I came here in 1981 from Boston to accept a job as a publicity executive for Norman Lear at a time when sitcom television was, I think, at its peak. Not that there haven't been great shows since then, there certainly have, but it was a wonderful creative time in the business. And I did that for a couple of years, and then I left to open my own business. I was fortunate enough to discover at a really early age that I was not the kind of person who could work well for other people. Like, I wasn't a good employee. I always felt that I had another way or different way of getting to the same place. But when you work for a company, a corporation, you have to follow the path. And I didn't want to do that.
It doesn't work for everyone.
No, it really doesn't.
Right.
But it was a wonderful transition for me to go from Boston to working getting in the industry here in Los Angeles, and then to be able to take that sort of leap of faith. I didn't have a clue what I was doing.
Really?
But I had an instinct that I had to be doing something different than what I was doing at the time. Okay.
So you started in the creative management, publicity field.
When I started Lemack and Company, it was first a public relations agency solely, and we were representing actors, actresses, personalities. I mean, it was I was very fortunate that a lot of the friendships that I made with cast members on the shows I was working on at the time came with me to be represented by me. So it was a wonderful hit the ground running kind of opportunity. And then at some point, maybe it was just 6 months into it, someone had pointed out to me that, well, you're not just booking interviews and talk shows and dealing with issues of visibility, you're really giving career guidance and advice, and you're shaping and molding. And I said, well, yeah, I am. And they said, well, that's management.
That's right.
I said, oh, that's management.
That's management.
I ought to get paid for that.
That's right.